Hey guys, it's Vaughn, and welcome back to another episode on the Pixel League server. Today is... Ooh, that was a torch. Today is the day we reveal the secret project. Some people have discovered it, and I want to talk about it. I want to show it off. I spent a lot of time on it, and it is time. I haven't been on since... Well, I have been on since I recorded the last episode, but I haven't emptied out my inventory. Look at... This is the state of my inventory after killing 375... Well, actually about 400 Pokemon. And I stopped picking up stuff, like, somebody said in the comments, like, you should have just one-shotted a bunch of Magikarp. I did. I one-shotted a bunch of Magikarp. Like, there was an area where they just, there was, like, two little ponds that were far enough away from the ocean or the water or whatever that they just spawned like crazy in this two little tiny ponds. And I just went back and forth from them, just murderizing tons and tons of Magikarp. I killed a ton of Magnetons, Magnemites, whatever they're called. Got all that iron. I did so much slaughter. I feel almost dirty for how many people I've killed. How many poor Pokemon. And that episode ended up being like really short. Just despite the fact that I was out there for like 4 hours killing dudes. It only amounted to about 18 minutes worth of footage. So, but hopefully you guys didn't mind. You know, sometimes you have short episodes, but like when cool stuff happens or like progress is made, I feel like it's okay. So there's our inventory, nice and cleaned out now. Oh, we got some random dirt on us. One of the things I wanted to do before we did the reveal of the secret project, and that's probably going to be all that this episode is about, is I've got an extra earthquake TM, and I think we're going to put that... Oh, and we can also enchant something, because I got a bunch of levels from killing dudes too. I made another dirt chest the other day. So I don't know why. It's like part of my need. It's like I can't just delete the dirt or like let it despawn. Although I was letting the fish despawn towards the end of the night there. I was like, I'm never going to use these fish. Why am I picking them up and taking them with me? Okay, let's see. I want to make a pair of boots. I think we're going to enchant a pair of boots. That's the only thing that feathers are useful for. But yeah, Beef has found the secret tunnel now because we went back and added that secret... We added the redstone. I don't know that he would have ever found it. A couple of the spots were a little harder to find. I don't know why I didn't grab leather out of this too. So some of them I did help out, like kind of a little bit. But MK found hers on her own and she live streamed that, and then she posted the video of it. So that's good. Is it... Oh, I might have to have more iron than this. I think it might be iron boots. Is that how it is? Apparently not. I know that these are the items that you need for this. I just don't know what order they need to be in. Come on, boots! Maybe it is more iron. Ah, there they are. Fantastic. Okay. I knew it was close. I just couldn't remember the exact order. Okay, so B found it and MK found it, and I will put links in the description of this video to their reveals of it, their discovery of it, as well as I will update it if I remember, showing off other people who find it. If other people find it, I don't know. Ooh, that is a boss Magikarp.
Magikarp.
Can you believe B found another frickin' shiny Magikarp? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? I think that's him right there. I can't believe that he found another shiny Magikarp and actually managed to catch it. Dang guy. Yeah, I think that is a boss, because they don't come in level 78 naturally in the wild. That would be a Gyarados by then. And he's taking recoil damage. So, yeah, the other episode when I fought MK, apparently I didn't realize that that attack... Oh man, what a bunch of crap. I didn't realize that that attack gave recoil. So, unfortunately, like, if I had used the one that I just moved, I don't even know what they are. If I had used a different one, I wouldn't have taken recoil damage, and I would have defeated me without dying. So that's unfortunate. Not a big deal. I still felt like I did pretty good in that battle. I know for you professional, amazing people, that was probably still terrible, but considering where I was when I started playing this and I didn't even know what a Pokemon really was, I'm pretty happy. And I thought it was neat that we KO'd. I thought that was kind of a cool outcome. So let's enchant these. Hello. Thank you. We're just going to put 30 on him. I don't know what's going to happen. Protection 4 and Thorns 2. Thorns 2! Interesting. These current ones are fine. Now, you know what I noticed the other day? Beef was walking around without them. Like, he did the whole... that whole long tunnel without wearing a pair of boots. So you know what we're going to do is we're going to drop these off over at his place. But first of all, we're going to put... let's see. That's not what I wanted to do. That is also not what I wanted to do. Let's see. This... I think we're going to replace Last Resort. I think we're going to put Earthquake here. Because I know Last Resort is useful, but I just never use it. I just never use it. Yeah. Oh, I still have Articuno. I was like, what the heck are these moves? I was like, what the heck is Roost? What the heck is Mist? That's because we have Articuno still on. Tailwind. The user whips up a turbulent whirlwind that speeds up of all the Pokemon for 4 turns. Roost. The user lands and rests its body. It restores the user HP by up to half of its max. The user cloaks its body with a white mist that prevents any of its stats from being cut for 5 turns. So these are all non-attack moves. And Powder Snow. Wow, these are all terrible. I mean, they're not terrible, but it seems like he would not be a very powerful dude. Let's take him off. That's cool. Some of you guys were kind of bummed that I put him in the... oh, that scream. Some of you guys were a little bit bummed that I put him in the thumbnail. And I know that kind of sucks. So he's giant and he's quirky. Too bad. Someday I may get an actual pygmy legendary, but today is not that day. So did I not have I thought I had a PC down here. I know there's one up here, but I thought there was one down there too. So yeah, I know it's a little bit of a spoiler when you put it in the thumbnail, but at the same time, it's like that's what I spent all episode doing. What else am I gonna put in the thumbnail description, you know? So it's a trade-off sometimes. We still have Pidgeot on us too, don't we? And we'll keep him. He's good for flying. By the way, all that killing got everybody leveled at least once. Pidgeot went up quite a few because I was using him sometimes. And yeah, so they're now beyond level 70, so that's nice. Let's put... I keep getting distracted. I don't need to... let's just see what our movesets are. Yeah, so Last Resort, I think we're going to switch out for him. Volt Switch, Grass Whistle... everybody else I think is doing okay, except... okay, he still has Last Resort, so I could replace that. And then... oh, we don't have Umbreon out right now, but he still doesn't have any dark moves. So, let me show you... do I not really have a PC down here? I need to put a PC down here. I have a PC in every other room. I don't know why I don't have one down there. Or I could put this one downstairs. Umbreon does not have any... dark moves, and he's a dark type, so I feel like one of these should be replaced with some sort of dark type move, possibly Confuse Ray. So if you have a suggestion for that, feel free to suggest it in the comments below. But now, without further ado, let us put Earthquake on him. And Leboop. Oh, I guess we can't. Never mind then. Well then, the guy that suggested that needs to learn more Pokemon, I guess. I don't know. And, well, since we can't do that, let me show you the reveal. So, if you've watched Beef's or MK's, well, Beef didn't go up any of the alternate paths. MK did. MK was live streaming, and she actually went up all the alternate paths. So if you watched the episode that I put out a couple episodes ago called Secret Projects, I think, I showed you where I was going down... is that a boss? I feel like that's a boss. Where I went down each... I went to each house and I put ladders down. Man. You're not a boss. I thought you were a boss. Okay, so, but MK went up one and she said, oh, this one's not finished. Now, in retrospect, I should have built my own tunnel because, like, everybody has a ladder to get to theirs. And there's one that doesn't have a ladder. There's one that has a staircase. And when you get to the top of the staircase, it doesn't lead anywhere. And that's because it leads into my house, and it was my access point during the building. And it's right here. But I feel like if you were trying to figure out who built this, you would get here and you would be like, this is the only one that doesn't have like just a straight staircase down and it's closed off like it's trying to hide something. So, oh, that looks terrible. So yeah, I should have, if I was little... Now, I mentioned earlier, and I did put the sign so that people would think that if they got here that it was intended to be followed, but yeah, I should have put some sort of straight down thing. I just didn't want to do it. I had intended to make this actually bigger and better if you had watched the Secret Projects one. I kind of cut corners in a couple places. I was going to eventually make all of the tunnel much more elaborate. So this way leads to MK and Patience and Beefs, and you'll see that there are eventually... Now, all of these staircases were either because... Hello, Clefairy, I'm gonna kill you. Some people speculated, like, MK, I think, was speculating that it was going under the river. Every time that there's a dip like that, it's because above here is either a big, giant, open cavern or lava, because I didn't want to go through a lot of the lava. So this one leads to Beefs. That way leads to MK and Patience. And eventually I was going to have... Did I just pick something up? Sound like I just picked something up. I don't know what that was. Eventually, all of these were going to be a little bit higher, and I'll show you when we get a little bit further. They were all going to have like that kind of arch thing, and possibly even a strip of cobble all the way across here because it looks nice. I wanted it to look really elaborate and fancy, and I did some of it, and I got... Most of the corridor has this kind of recessed lighting, which I think looks nice. This leads to DMAC and Slipgator. And originally I was going to connect Tiggy through this way. She's kind of in that direction, and she hasn't been on in like a month, and I was like, whatever. If more people were active and I felt like it was going to be a little bit more used or something, I would have done it, but didn't. So this is where... Originally, I was going to do all of the corridors like this, and there's a point later on where you start getting some cobble along the edges too, where it just looks even a little bit nicer. Yeah, right here. So originally, I was going to do all of the corridors like this, and possibly even put like... I was thinking about putting like lights, lamps, glowstone lamps, like right about here. Didn't happen. I mean, maybe it will. Maybe someday. The people who have found this seem to have really enjoyed it. I spent a long time working on this. Anytime somebody signed on in the middle of the night and I was online for hours and hours just because I was digging these holes and smelting smooth stone. I watched a lot of Seinfeld while doing this and listened to a lot of podcasts. And finally, you get to the end. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. It's a really cool looking cavern there. When Beef got here, he lit up the Rattata. Originally, I had it dim because I wanted it to be... I didn't want you to know immediately what it was. I wanted you to like be like, where am I? What is this place? And then after like looking at everything, you would notice it. Like later on, you would be like, wait, that says Rattata. He illuminated it, and it looks great. So I'm not going to change it. It definitely looks awesome, all brightly backlit like that. But I am glad that when MK saw it and when Beef saw it, it was not illuminated, so that's cool. This is just my little building shack. I probably should have removed this because everybody has gone in there, and there's nothing in there except for the furnaces that I was using to smelt all the smooth stone and, like, other supplies that I was using for various... Wow. Me and Iron Doors, we don't get along. It's not gonna work. Oh, I did it! I did it! I'm so happy! So yeah, this is all stuff that I either dug up or was using... Like the glowstones and the fences and everything. Originally, I'd had cobblestone walls instead of glass walls because it fit the theme better, but it would block too much, and I wanted you to be able to jump over it. And then down here is just cobble that I would mine it up, and then I would smelt it. And sometimes I would use a silk touch pick, but it just seemed a little easier to just resmelt it. Really? Whee! No! Whee! I'm free! And then we've got the recessed doors, where each one has a little chest. Oh, Beef didn't take his sword. How are you going to kill the Rattatas if you don't take your sword? And originally, I was going to do everyone. At least all the Rattatas. The only ones I don't think I did were Tiggy. I'm trying to think. I don't think I didn't do Tiggy's sword. I did MK. She took her sword, right? Yeah. And of course, I included myself. Slipgator, yeah. I included myself because that would kind of help throw off the suspicion, but there's me. I've got my sword now. I'm very happy to have that. Dun 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 dun! Take it! Take that! And this will be great because if we kill Team Rocket with these, it'll say, you know, MC Gamer was slain by Just Vaugh's Rattata Justice. And then I've got a couple future Rattatas. So Tiggy, I think Dyer technically considers himself a Rattata, but he lives so far away I was never going to connect his tunnel anyway. D-Mac. Yeah, and one of the reasons why I didn't end up making Tiggy's is because it costs 7 experience per sword, and I was like, I kept running out of XP, so, or to rename the sword, so I figured that's why I added this sign over here. If you look at this sign, it says, "Welcome to the secret River Rattata lair. Find your sword or make one, use it against Team Rocket, keep it secret, keep it safe." I didn't intend, once I released the doors, I didn't care if people recorded in here. I mean, it would be kind of cool to have it in a, you know, like in a way that the Team Rocket wouldn't know where it is, but that's not realistic. When you post videos on YouTube, they could find it. But I did originally have, when I was working on it, I had a sign here that said, "This is an in-progress build. If you find it, please don't record here." I don't think anybody found it, but there are a couple places where these tunnels run right through well-illuminated caves, and they look very, very obviously like man-made tunnels. So I figured that there was a fair chance that somebody would find it, and if they did, while I was working on it, I didn't want people to find it. But now that it's more or less done, I'm totally fine if they find it. I was originally going to have, like, more. Like, originally I wanted to have, like, a much bigger area as well to, like, I don't know, like, I like it. And the people who have found it have enjoyed it. And I'm glad that the end result, like, both MK and Beef were like, if this just goes in a circle, or if this leads to somewhere disappointing, I'm going to be really sad. So I'm glad that the end result was sufficiently surprising and happy for them. But originally I had planned to have a much more impressive ending. I wanted to have, like, an entire, like, opening there that led to another room that would have been, like places that we could live. Like, they would have been, like, bedrooms and, like, a big dining hall and like, literally, like, a secret lair. But this works, too, I think. And I think it's a little bit more appropriately sized for what the server is all about. And I am getting some weird frame rate lag. And, oh, you know what it probably is? Hold on. Yep, I figured it out. Okay, so let me tell you a little, like, developmenters commentary or something. We are under the jungle. See, jungle. And I think I was lagging because there's all those leaves above us, and I was still set on fancy graphics. So even though I can't see the leaves, I think they were still rendering, and I think that was causing some frame rate lag. So, how did I find this place, and why did I find this place? Why is it not underneath the Rattata River? Why is it so far away? Originally, I wanted to build it underneath the Rattata River, but there was no appropriate... I wanted to have, like, a really cool cave system, and this will tell you when I started building this. For those of you who have been following this series since the beginning of the series, before we added the new islands and added a bunch of new members, so like the Pink Island, the Clay Islands and stuff, I went into the jungle and I did a bunch of clearing because I was trying to help force Mew spawns. I thought that if I had a big open grassy area, we might get some more Mew spawns. And so I was in the jungle, and then I ran out of something. I can't remember now what, but it was like iron, or I needed a hammer or something. So I just dug straight down, and I gathered some materials, and as I was caving, I came across this place. And I actually came across it from this direction. And I almost built it here. I walked around a bunch to see which direction it looked the most epic from, and that's how I originally saw it, and I think that looks pretty epic too, but I think it also looks really epic from here. So I almost built it on this side, but I ended up going with that direction, although this looks pretty cool too. And so I was like, this is so cool, it should be like Silphco's evil lair. And I kind of mentioned it to MC, and he didn't really have a whole lot of interest in it. And of course he's got his giant Silphco tower, because that makes much more sense. But it seemed like such a waste to not use this really cool area. And so I thought about it a little bit more, and I was like, well, why shouldn't it be the Rattatas' secret lair? And so I came back, and I actually took out all of the torches. So I actually caved through all of this area, and you'll see that there are still some oh gosh, it's so dark. There are still some torches somewhere that I haven't cleared out, just because if the light from them didn't reach like an area that was an issue, like that you could see from the base, I didn't really care that much. But I went through and I removed all of the torches, so that, because when it was illuminated, it didn't have, oh, what am I doing? It didn't have quite the same effect of like darkness with the lava just illuminating that little tiny section. So yeah, not only did I build all that, I went through and removed all the torches. That's a mine shaft, and there's actually, oh god, help. There's actually a mine shaft in the other direction too. Had a lot of fun with it though, and I'm pretty happy with the results. I don't know. I don't know that we'll ever use it. I think it would be really cool to get all of the Rattatas together and actually use the room. Oh god, we're gonna die! Why am I not taking damage yet? I must be lagging. Wow. Haha! We survived! We survived. Although it made me laugh. Oh god, I almost walked right into that one too. Beef walked all the way back home, and he could have just jumped in the lava. That's the way I've almost always gotten home from here. Come on. Come on. There we go. So yeah, that is... You know what? We have a little fly dude. Let's just... No, not you. Let's just fly up here. I don't know that we'll ever use it. I think it would be pretty cool if Team Rocket ever actually starts... Oh god. Oh god. Oh god! I don't know how to fly. These guys really... I just don't. I don't know how... Beef seems to have such good control. You know what I think it is? Dude. I think it's because... Like, I live on the West Coast. I'm in California. Beef is in Toronto, which is in the East Coast. And I think the server is European because Teras is not... Is he Swedish? I think he's Swedish or Icelandic or something. And so I think that... Yeah, I think that the ping that they get is just much better than mine. Because, like, look at how terrible... Well, my ping is actually not too bad right now. You know what? This is not going to happen. Yeah, see how I'm just bouncing all over the place? That's like... That's what happens to me almost any time I fly. So, like, there's just no way that I could use him to fly up there. But I watched Beef, and he got on his Fearow, and he used his Fearow to actually, like, fly around in this tiny little enclosed area. And I was like, there's no way that I could have done that with my guy. Now I'm on fire again. God dang it! Diglett! So, let me... Hi, guy. Yeah, you can see I built out the platform a little bit. Let me get back up there. I'm back. I actually pillared up straight through the thing and just replaced it with some smooth stone again. But yeah, so this is the secret base. Hopefully it will get some use. Yeah, I'm glad that I built it on this side, because that looks pretty cool too. And all of this lava was natural except for that one back there. I did add that one in because, I don't know, I felt like it needed one more illuminating feature in the back there, but everything else was natural, and I didn't change any of it, and I think it looks pretty epic. I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, it could be even bigger and even more epic and amazing and majestic, but I'm pretty happy with it. And we've got an awesome secret lair, and Silphco can suck it. I've been working on this thing forever, and yeah, it was so secret that most of the Rattatas didn't even know about it. But now they do, and now we are going to be prepared in case Team Rocket tries to come after us. We will have a secret meeting place that'll take us 20 to 30 minutes to walk to, and we will be able to destroy them with our new Swords of Justice. Yay! Now, I know I said that I usually jump in the lava to head back home, but we've got those boots, and it's not like Beef couldn't make his own boots, but since I've got them, and I enchanted my own new ones, let's use our secret tunnels to head to Beef's place, and we'll just drop those off. He may not use them, but I'm pretty sure his were broken. Like, I saw him... no, he's the next one. I saw him walking through this place, and he was like walking without the boots. It was like so slow. It was like, oh my god, Beef, put some shoes on. Although I will tell you, man, I started playing on the Life in the Woods series yesterday. Finally started that server up. Check it out. Episode goes live today, actually. Actually, it goes live in about 2 hours, based on when I schedule this and when I have that scheduled. It's going to go up at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This one goes up at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Check it out. But yeah, I don't have these like speed boots on that server, and it's so slow. I've gotten so used to using some of this Pixelmon stuff. Actually, switching over to that server is really weird because this server has no bosses. I mean, no mobs like creepers and zombies and stuff, and no food. And that one has like extreme food, so it's like way harder. Wait, what is this? Is there something? Oh, I think the door is just open. That's weird. Like, the grass was making, like, a weird-looking ring around it. You know what? I put all of these trapdoors, I put, like, facing the wrong way. But, yeah, there's his little... That worked. I'm glad that that worked. I love that both of them were totally afraid that I was going to blow them up or something. For some reason, they all thought this was going to kill them. Which I guess makes sense. I probably would have thought the same thing. There you go. Some half-used boots. I'm not even going to put a sign on them. And I guess there's no reason to go back under there. Should we close? Did we close the hatch? Close the hatch. I do wonder if some of them should have like the thing that directs you to find them, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm glad that Beef and MK found it, and everybody else can suck it basically. I don't know that. Like, I didn't. What is this? Oh, this is the Jaren. The Jaren said that he's been working on his treehouse. Oh, hello, Edkins. Please die. Like, I'm not gonna make one to the daycare because Teras is not a Team Rocket, or he is a Team Rocket member. He is not a Team Rattata member, so he doesn't get one. I don't know what Jaren's alliance is yet, so he doesn't have one. And I added him, or he just recently joined, like long before, or long after I started that project. Although, of course, I could pretty easily, like Beef's tunnel, basically is like right here, so I'm sure that I could make like a tiny little shoot off right there to find Jaren. I don't know what happened to Patience. I don't know if she still plays on the server, but her particular doorway, like MK's is really close to her front entrance. Like MK's is like right here, so it's pretty easy to see it. Like if you were going into your house, you would see it. I don't know that Patience is ever gonna see this one. It's a little hidden back here. So if she was on more and hadn't found it yet, I would add some redstone to it, but she may never even sign on to see it, so I don't know. And D-Max and Slipgators, I think, are both really obviously, hello, Luxio, both very obvious and easy to see, so I'm not going to worry about them, and hopefully they will find it and do little reports on it in the same way, and if, like I said, if they do that, I will put the links to those videos in the description of this video, so you can check them out and see their reactions to it. I think it's pretty fun, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun building it. I've been working on it for a long time. Lots of off-camera work. Had a lot of fun with it. I'm glad to finally reveal it. I'm sad, a little sad that it didn't get to be quite as epic as I wanted it to be, but oh man, I should have taken a screenshot of myself in it for the thumbnail. I will do that off camera, I guess. No, I'll meet you guys back over there. Alright, we're back here. I was reminded that originally, when I was living in a little hole in the ground, do you guys remember at the very beginning, before I had built the giant mansion Getty Villa, there was actually a straight down ladder that was right next to my pool, and there was actually an access point via ladder to my tunnel, but once I moved inside, then I closed it off, so there's still a place that if you were caving right underneath there, you could potentially find it. But anyway, here we are back here. Let's find, let's see, let's F5 it. Let's see, what's a good, do we want the table and chairs? Do we want the Rattata? Yeah, let's do it. That looks pretty good, I think, right? Does that look good? Oh gosh, we're in the door. I like that. I like the way that the thumbnails work, like the way that I have my thumbnails. I always have to kind of have it like in a small line so that it can fit in the bottom. That glowstone is really kind of hiding the Rattata. Whatever. That's cool. That works. We could actually probably get a little closer, see how that looks. Hi! Hi, guy! Oh, God. Too close. Too close. Hi. How you doing? What's going on in there? Ooh. You're wearing a nice shirt today. Oh, my God. You're not wearing a shirt. What? Oh. Where are your hands, young man? Too close. Too much fun. Too much fun. Anyway, thank you guys, as always, for watching. Please let me know what you think about the secret project that finally got revealed. I had a lot of fun building it, and I hope that you guys had a lot of fun watching me reveal it and watching other people reveal it, and hopefully other people will also find it. And like I said, the description will have the link to the videos of people discovering it. If you see somebody discover it that I don't have linked, feel free to comment and let me know so that I can add that link to the description of the video. My name is Vaughn. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!